It's definitely a lot cooler today. Looks like it did rain a little bit before. It wasn't pouring rain, was it? I don't think I jinxed it. Plus, when people in Vancouver complaining there was no rain because of all the forest fires, now you have the rain. Man, you can't win with the weather here. And you guys were asking, what can you do more to support the channel? Let me think about that. I just gotta get to where I'm going right now, finish that off for the day, and then yeah, maybe I'll have time to kind of think while I'm on my way there. A little funny update for the DGI today. I got an email, but it was an automated response where it was again one of those pay the bill. But this time it said final notice. So I guess they said if you don't pay this, we'll send this back. And so I replied to them saying, this is your response. Like copy and paste what the supervisor says, so I'm waiting for the data analysis. It actually makes me wonder how micromanaged with an iron fist type of style the company is in terms of the management. I can just imagine some people say, this is probably the right thing to do, but no, that's what it says in the procedure, so I have to do it this way. That's interesting. I read this one piece of news that sounded really painful. It says, Ottawa woman got an eyeball tattoo, now she could lose her eye. So apparently this thing is called a, what is it, sclera tattoo? It's where people literally tattoo their eyes? I can't see how it's a good idea in any way. And apparently whoever did the surgery on the eye didn't do a good job, so now she has to go through all this torment and stuff, I guess, to try to fix the problem. And then reading this is so interesting. It says, it's not safe. The ink is going under the mucous membrane tissue that lines the eyeball and it can escape. Because the circulation in that area of the body is high, you could potentially have toxic ink migration or migrating throughout your body. I'm just thinking again, ouch, just the thought of it, who thinks it's a good idea to do that? I don't need like a doctor to tell me putting something through my eyeball like that is bad for you. Either way, it's good that she shared her story. I mean, there's probably hundreds of thousands of people who have the same idea too. Alright, back. Took quite a bit of time. I had to wait about 50 minutes from my actual booking time. Well, that's just the way it is sometimes. The drones, this was actually interesting in the U.S. It says FAA restricts drones over Statue of Liberty and other landmarks. So I guess before people were able to fly over this stuff, but now they're making it clear, no, do not do that at all. Here, the FAA and DOI have agreed to restrict drone flights up to 400 feet within the lateral boundaries of these sites. And I listed them all here. This actually relates to what one of you guys wrote before, where apparently, if I'm not mistaken, you said if you fly, like take off at a certain area and then you fly into, say, the park, where they say there's no drone flights, then technically you're still good. And I was thinking, because the Statue of Liberty, I remember actually seeing one before of someone capturing it with the drone footage, and everybody scolded them saying it's illegal to do that. But according to this, then technically it wasn't illegal for him to actually fly from another area, take a picture or video of it, and then fly back. It's always so confusing, I think, when you read stuff like this. Apparently this goes into effect on October 5th, 2017. And it's kind of interesting how sites and so forth that are saying, well, here's your last chance to capture a video of the Statue of Liberty now, so you should do it all now. Makes me wonder if there's going to be a surge of drone flyers in those areas, just because, again, it's pretty much your last chance to do it without, I guess, authorization, so to speak. You know, if I was in the U.S., that's what I'd probably do. Let's get a photo or video of that right now before everything changes. I actually wonder if people will do that like tourists. They'll go down there just to do it for that. Funny enough, even for myself here in Canada, if I knew it wasn't a quote law before, in terms of just flying it in a park and capturing it near the city area, I probably would have done that actually, because I fly it safe, so I just missed all the opportunity to get the videos. It's so wet here just because it's rain and the ground looks so shiny. That's a steam clock for those who haven't seen it before. Oh, looks like the sunlight's out too. Who said I jinxed it? Apparently it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, according to the weather forecast anyways, all day. But all that talk about how in the U.S. they're banning drones from flying in particular spots, it makes me wonder if flying a drone even here in Canada, you're gonna have to be like a lawyer where people are gonna constantly say, you can't do this, when in reality you could. It reminded me of this old story here. It was about a cop that stopped an Uber driver, and he was basically recording the whole conversation. I guess since that police officer didn't like the fact that everything was being recorded, he tried to, I guess, intimidate him, saying he knew the law and that guy didn't, so he better close that video. But then apparently that Uber driver was a lawyer, so he knew his rights, which makes me wonder if that's what's going to happen with the drones. I've often heard for drones, what people do is they have like this printout of the law, so if someone tries to give them grief saying, hey, you can't fly here, it's illegal, then they pull it out and they show it people. Random Exacto knife around a Pokemon Pro mob. Okay, now for some thoughts on what people can do to support the channel more. First of all, thank you very much for everyone who has that kind of mindset right now. It's really flattering to see people are willing to do that. They want to see me grow, I guess, to bigger and better things, if that's what you want to say. I guess fundamentally speaking, in terms of supporting the channel, I guess anything that supports me in my life indirectly or directly helps the channel as well in terms of the things I get to do. I was trying to think because, funny enough, when I started this channel, it was more of a creative outlet just because the stuff I do usually, it's always you can't do this, you can't do that, and all that stuff. So I thought it'd be a great way just to, you know, share what my day's like, what I've experienced, what I'm thinking, and flying the drone, I thought people would find that interesting. But one of the cool things about doing this so far is I get to interact with you all. So it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, I can capture footage and stuff like that, and who knows, maybe it makes your day a lot easier. Maybe you're having a rough day, maybe seeing the drone footage makes you happy. I mean, for me, that's great to be able to do stuff like that for people. So I guess with that, I kind of have to ask you guys as well to try to get feedback. What is it that you hope potentially that I could do more of? Is it, for example, more drone footages, like get out to more places? Is it, for example, like trying to use different equipment? Because I know like some of you always are interested in seeing me use different types of gear, but obviously resources and stuff are an issue. Like I can't just like go out and buy $1,000 this just to test it out. So what is it that a lot of you guys actually want to see or hope to see? Because that actually helps me to kind of think, okay, if that's the case, then I can communicate back what is it that I would need help with in that sense. Or another example is even though I shoot in 4K with the drones, I don't necessarily upload them all the time in 4K just because my computer will take way too long, so I can't see myself doing that every single day. So if that's what people want to see, for example, like potentially more 4K stuff, then that would require, you know, something like a different computer. So that kind of gives me an idea if you guys can communicate with me in that way. I think that'd be kind of cool, and I can see if I can kind of think in my head, okay, how would that work? What would I need? This is not very good at asking for help. Usually for things like this, I would just keep going, just keep working, so to speak, and then who knows what life will present me, and then I have to adapt to it. But I guess that's a start. If you guys can kind of give me an idea of what you would hope to see as well. Well, the sky looks very Sun City orangey right now. Okay, don't have the drone, but let's see if I can whip something up that reminded me of that. See you guys later.